and yet I was at the same time impressed by the way Rutgers played the first half. Last game they threw up some shots. They didn't throw up any bad shots. I thought they ran their stuff real well, and I thought we made two mistakes. One by our team, we just didn't seem like we were ready to play, and I'm confused by that because we practiced really well, and these guys practiced well. And then we made a couple coaching mistakes, the couple coverages that we adjusted at halftime that, I take sole responsibility for. So it goes both ways, but I gotta been impressed with the week we've had at practice, and we just didn't bring it. I don't know if we didn't respect the way we should have. I don't know what we did early. We started terrible and we ended terrible at the half. I think we had 6 turnovers and I think they scored on 5 layups. And yet we held them to, I don't know what they ended up shooting, 41%. But hell, they were shooting 50 at one time. And that just shouldn't happen. So a lot of work we need done. We did get some positive things. We shot the ball better. We shot the ball better from 3. We shot the ball better from the free throw line. We didn't turn it over much, but when we did, there were those casual, sloppy turnovers. It was nice to get Aaron Harris going a little bit, McQuaid going a little bit. And when you do that, all of a sudden Nick Ward doesn't do as much, but welcome to big time, welcome to being on the first page of the scouting report instead of the third. And he's got to adjust to that. We got to adjust to that. My point guards were okay. Not excited, not just okay. And yeah, we played pretty well the second half. Take nothing away from the job they did. I think Steve's going to do a hell of a job there. He's his team. I remember some of the guys who played last year. They're a lot more disciplined. They're more structured. I think they're big, and it's a big team. And so hopefully we'll get to work tomorrow right away, early. And Penn State, this is going to be thrilling for me. I don't know about the others. The team, the Plester probably doesn't mean as much to players. It does to me. And it's one of the meccas of college basketball. It's so old that Doug Herner played there. And, and I heard the place is sold out already. And a lot of players from Philly coming back. It's time we go into a hostile place and see what we can do. So we're going to be prepping in the next 2 days. Question.
Coach, Miles Bridges, 17 minutes in this one. What was the final hurdle for him to clear to be game ready? And then did you have a sprint coming in for him, or was it a feel thing? You're going to read and react?
A little bit of both. Final reason that he's playing is he was medically cleared, and then it totally went on his feel. And then the last vote was mine. And so medically cleared a week and a half ago, sort of, to really practice. Felt good enough. Could have played him in the last game. And I said, I'm not doing that, So like I did with Cleaves and other guys, I just felt like I had to, for him and me, I had to make sure that he got enough practice time. He was still a little tired. We tried to keep him in 2.5, 3-minute stretches. Thought for the most part we did that. But I thought he played pretty well considering, you're off 5.5 weeks, whatever it's been, and the way he came back and what he did brought some energy. He was so excited these last 3 days. It was kind of funny to watch. Here's a very good player, and he was like a kid in a candy store. So that part of it was good. I thought he did some good things. A little sloppy on some screens and that he's going to improve on. But in general, a couple blocks, 6 rebounds, a couple great moves. I thought we did a pretty good job of playing within ourselves with him, and thought DJ did a good job of trying to sub him in and out. I think all in all it was a successful night. I said between 15 and 18 minutes. Kept him at 17, why did I put him in at the end? I still do got to get him game ready, and as long as he was healthy, I thought another minute or two, and see what he could do on some things, and that's why.
On the trickle down with Aaron and Matt McQuaid, those are guys who have both been struggling a little bit. How much of that I mean, when you have a guy who is like a Bridges, just makes everything else, the whole lineup looks more imposing when he's in there.
Well, like I said, it sounds stupid, but Batman, Robin, and, the other guy and the other guy, and, when all of a sudden guys gotta move up, Miles is a Batman type of guy, he doesn't care. He was happy what he scored, he was happy what he did, but he's not scared of anything, or he's not nervous about things, he just played, and, so then everybody else can get back to maybe a little bit more the norm, and, I thought that helped a little bit, but, we got Aaron going a little bit, got him some shots, they took away Nick pretty good, they doubled him, and they had some size in there, and Nick took away Nick a little bit, where he was posting, so he should get a gold star for defense himself also. But we didn't play with the energy in that first half, and I don't wanna make us feel bad or good, but this is no coach speak. I didn't like the way we started that first half in many ways.
Tom, with Miles, was that a alley-oop by design that you had planned for a while, or just gonna work out that way?
Well, it's a play we run, and yet, I just felt like he was so good all week, and so, coach, whatever minutes you want me to play, I'll play. I'm not worried about his scoring average, not worried about this and that. And I just thought it might be good for our players, it might be good for our fans, it might be good for us, and it definitely might be good for him. So, we set it up, we didn't know if it would work, and it did. It was a great pass, and I don't know, I think that took the weight of the world off his shoulders too a little bit to say, wow, So I was happy for him.
So we've talked about the adjustment of him coming back, but not just for him, other guys as well, whether it's Nick or Aaron or Matt, but it seemed like tonight, especially McQuaid, they seem to look a little different. Can a game like this get going on? I know we've talked about Aaron's consistency a lot, but I guess what's that key to kind of keeping that rolling?
Well, yeah, I don't know why. I told my team tonight, I said tomorrow morning at 9:30, I want to know, why we start out like we did, and why we didn't bring the energy that we normally do, why the casualness, because I thought the last 3 games we played with a lot more sense of urgency, and and then why did certain guys play better? So I'll give you a better answer in the next press conference. But I did ask my team that same question, and I think in Aaron's case, one of the negatives, he's been consistently inconsistent, and I think if he lets the game come to him, uses the screens, a lot of good things can happen for him. And as we get screening better, I think he'll get more open shots. So, I don't know, McQuaid felt more comfortable. They did spend a lot of time in the gym. We threw caution to the wind with some of those guys. Like I said, it's been just such a poor year of worrying about injuries and worrying about this and worrying about that. And we said we got to get back to who we are. We played the war game a few times, so maybe now we'll get back to what this program stands for.
Anything else, guys?
Tom,
Yeah.
excuse me. Kind of a layered question here. For you, waiting for Miles to return, I know initially you were saying, 2 weeks at least, that kind of exceeded that time. How do you handle it as a coach when knowing is, maybe you're getting toward the end of it or you have to extend that period? And then the second part to that would be with the players, when they're anticipating maybe only having, a couple weeks, does that change the way that they look at it? Like, okay, they only have to do X and Y for 2 weeks and then it gets extended. Does that change?
What I liked about Miles is after 2 weeks, and we decided that, it just had a little swelling, and we figured that it was on the top, so it was in a weird place. It wasn't on the side, which is always more dangerous. But just keep it in the boot until the swelling goes down, and we kind of did that, and so he knew, but he worked his tail off on that bike. And some of you guys were at some practices where that's a hard thing to do, man. And I think the players, the neat part is, as I said, boy, we're gonna have to worry now. I'm gonna put him in early, so that's in front of Kyle and maybe this guy and that guy. And my assistant Dwayne Stevens said, "Hey, coach, those guys are so excited to have him back. Nobody's worried about who goes in and what goes in." guess that's the beauty of Miles Bridges, you know. He was so happy when McQuaid and Orange hit those threes that he's a unique kid. He's a unique kid, and I'm gonna, you know, he said to me with 7 minutes left, he goes, Coach, now it's time to start getting on me. So thank you. That'll happen tomorrow, no problem.
This part,
One final one there. Coach, you had 11 guys score today, a lot of guys spread out the minutes. How do you kind of evaluate this team's depth?
Well,